Hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming by today. And welcome back to Farm Sim 19. I'm here on Grizzly Mountain. And do I want to top that up? I guess I might as well, since we're out lollying about anyway. I am going to go and reseed the field we harvested. And give this grass a chance to get nice and lush. Okay, now... Oh, that's liquids. What am I doing? That isn't what we need. It's time to give her a wash. Getting hard to see out the window again. There we go. Had the wrong one open. It's such a confusing thing. Okay, now this one, we need to close that one. Open that one. There we go. And fill her up. Okie dokie. And close that one automatically opens. We close that one, and we're done. Alright. Now, I don't want to do barley again. What should we do? I think I need to get a planter, because I'd like to get some soybean down. And, oh, we got soybean on here. Why did I think soybean was included on planters and not seeders? Oh well, I know why. I'm an idiot. I knew there had to be a logical explanation. Just knew it. Good morning, chuck-chucks. Wonderful little birds. How's the woolly crunchies this morning? Well, woolly, making crunchy. Maria? I don't hear any crunching. There we go. All is right with the world. The woolly crunchies are still making crunchies. Now I shouldn't have to worry about plowage and such. No, just weeds. At this point I don't care, because we're going to grind them in. We are indeed. Oh, okay. Go. Let's lower this puppy down. Let's crank her on. And let's make with the soybean planting. Soybeans? Well, maybe soybeans. They look like beads. No, they don't. Alright. Oh, I never did wash my window. Oh well. Now, I just know, because I haven't looked back to see if this is actually working, that I've probably, like, not lowered it, or, you know, how many times have I driven around a field only to go, well, that was fun. Useless, but fun. So I finally, after 7 weeks, I guess, got the part in I needed for that turtle tank. I know you guys have probably even forgotten about that by now. It's been so long. I darn near forgot about it. But, oh, look, we are making a mark in the world. It was a through hull fitting that I was waiting for. And, yeah, it did finally arrive after, oh, I guess it was 5 weeks to ship. Plus, you know, the order and the blah, 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 blah. So at any rate, yeah, oh, well, what the heck, man? Why did you not back straight up? I was under the impression this thing actually lifted, but of course it doesn't. There we go. Now I ordered a 5/8 through hull fitting because you order determined on the size of what you want to attach to it, right? And that's sort of a standard ID for a garden hose. So that's what I went with, and that's what I got. Of course, what I didn't realize was that the actual cylinder that you would slide through your material, which in my case is 1/2-inch pine, is not that diameter. Obviously it has to be bigger, and then you go down to your hose size. Well, unfortunately, I think because it was a Chinese product, although indeed the spout piece for the hose is 5/8 exactly as it should be and fits the hose perfectly, might I add, the cylinder itself is metric. It's 22 millimeters. So yeah, unfortunately all of my hole saws are standard, and there is almost a full 1/4-inch difference between the one that's just a bit too small and the one that's just a bit too big. Now, of course, for a through-hull fitting to seal, it has to be just right. I mean, that's what getting a seal is all about, isn't it? So, my choice was either go out and buy a metric hole saw for what is likely going to be one usage, or, and here's where the good old cheap Canadian part of me kicked in, I could simply spend 3.5 hours with a small hand file, filing the hole to the proper dimensions. Of course, being incredibly careful to not go even a hair over. Yeah, so that's kind of what I spent a lot of my time doing yesterday. Oh, I tell ya, what a life. But it is done. Now, of course, as well as using the through-hull fitting, I did use a silicone sealer, just, to make sure, after all. It would be silly to go through all that effort and just have it leak again. So, yeah, because it took so long to fiddle with the hole, rather than being able to have it cured by this morning and move the turtle in, it's going to be late this afternoon. But hey, he's almost ready to move into his new home, so that's a wonderful thing. A wonderful thing indeed. Let's get a little bit wider headland here. Wonder why those weeds are sticking out right in the middle of what looks to be already cultivated areas. Ooh, missed a bit here, haven't we? Yes. There we go. And I also spent a good part of the day yesterday tearing apart my surround system and all of that goodness for the getting ready for the living room rebuild, as it were. Getting all of my materials ready to build my new TV stand and such. Oops. And it's coming along well. Of course, my cats are absolutely disturbed because they're... Whoops. Okay. Yeah, see, things like that I tend to do. Because things are not where they're supposed to be, and, well, you know how cats are. as much as they are curious and love to explore new things, they're really not fond of change. Not when it comes to their own habitat, anyway. I guess I must have backed that up with the thing down. So when I hit V, it went up. Silly boy. That's okay. I think we can pretty much go back and forth now. So yeah, that's being readied, and I'm just about ready to start in on that project. Tomorrow, in fact, I'll be making my last video for a couple of weeks, or however long it takes to finish rebuilding both rooms. This one's a little bit snug still, you know? Just a little bit. I think I need to put one more headland in just so I don't end up running into the river. Indeed. So, let's get you dropped down. Lovely. Boom. Oops, like that. I didn't raise it that time either. I'll bet you that's pretty hard on the implement if you did that in real life. Tried pushing all that kit backwards while it was still sunk into the ground. Yeah. Who knows? I wonder how that cedar's doing. I've been running it for a while without doing any maintenance or anything on it. I'd hate to see it have a little break. So let's go through and see what we've got here. There it is. Nope. It doesn't require any fixating yet. Wonderful. Wonderful. And where's my tractor? Usually right at the front, eh? Dooby-dooby-doo. How are you doing? Oh, you're alright. Cool. Very good. Very good. Are we down? There we go. I guess I have repaired it recently. Hard to remember such things. Now I suppose that there is in fact the possibility that while I am off doing these things that I'm going to be doing to change my house about and build my new computer and all of that, but I may miss the launch of the DLC. Not such a big deal in itself. It's not going to change if I'm a week late to it, but I would imagine that that's also when they're going to launch 1.3, so, or just prior to it. Either way, from what I understand, the DLC requires the new patch, so one would expect that they would launch it either just prior or simultaneously, as it were. So, something to look forward to when I come back. Well, I mean, besides all you wonderful peoples. Boy, I'll tell you, I was watching a video on YouTube this morning. Just, you know, something to do while I was nibbling me shreddies for breakfast. And I watched this video. And it's not like anything in the normal realm of videos that I usually watch, to be honest with you. But it was concerning this Twitch streamer. And how absolutely toxic she is with basically the people that are paying her wage. She has the attitude that if you watch a Twitch stream and you don't subscribe and donate, you're just a leech. And I suppose, you know, I guess you can see people would get jaded. Now, the thing of it is, though, is what this person streams is not gameplay or, you know, making their own content and, you know, putting it out there. Or no, she actually watches other YouTube videos and then comments about them, basically reaction videos type of thing, and does the whole thing with both versions of AdBlock turned on. So yeah, calling other people leeches if they dare watch her content free, and yet she makes all of her money, that she does Twitch for a living, makes all of her money making fun of other people's content while ad blocking so that it's free and they don't get paid for their content. Yeah. I mean, it just, I don't know. You know, I see these sort of things and I go, why? You know, and even while she's sitting there belittling people for not subbing and donating. Oh, and by the way, she's got like 200,000 people watching. You know, yeah, so it's one of these things where, yeah, you know, making hand over fist. But the whole time she's calling people down, she's still getting subs. You know, and donations. And it's like, my God. People will pay to be abused. Well, I mean, I know people will pay to be abused, otherwise there wouldn't be such a big S&M market. But I always thought that was a little differently. I didn't realize it was a, you know, a complete lifestyle. I thought it was a sex thing. But there you go. Apparently it isn't. But yeah, it has little to do with anything, but, I mean, you know, I mean, my God. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh, well. I don't generally watch those quote-unquote drama channels, but, I don't know, there's something in the title or whatever just caught me, you know. I think it was Toxic Rabbit Twitches or something like that. I mean, what? Yeah. Her name's Bad Bunny. So. It's pretty funny. Anyway. Onward, upward, get the job done. Well, very soon I'm going to have to cut another field out here. Which the thing is, too, is I don't know if they drop 1.3 while I'm away. What's it going to break? You know, I mean, for all I know, it'll break the server. You know what I mean? And, you know, not to mention maybe this map, or maybe most of the mods, or hard to say. Usually Giants is really good and things just sort of, you know, slide on by. Not like some things where every time they release a patch you suddenly have to, you know, start a brand new game and the entire Steam Workshop is no longer useful, and, you know, on and on. you know, medieval engineers comes to mind. But then again, that's also early access, and this is, well, I don't know, a beta test? Well, it's not early access at any rate. But we'll have to see from the amount of changes, at least from what Driz has been saying. It sounds like there is a lot of really deep into the system type of mechanics that are being tweaked and twiddled. And it's, you know, it's generally things like that that are going to cause other things that rely on those particular mechanics to break. But we'll see. We will see. As I said before, I am both looking forward to and absolutely terrified of this upcoming shutdown. You know, I'm certainly looking forward to have a better performing computer. But we'll see how things go. We shall. Well. Oh, I know what I wanted to check. Let's pop out of here for a sec. Nope. Here we go. What was I looking for? Here we go. Plant withering, periodic, lime, where are we? Oh, plant growth, normal. Apparently, if you put it on slow, your weeds don't grow as quick. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, obviously, the rest of your crops don't grow as quick either. I think I'll just tolerate them. You know that? I think I just will. Mainly at this time, just because after killing them off with doing this, the cultivating, and grinding them all in as extra ferts. A little quick. They should only pop back up once more before harvest time, and that should be just about the time I'm due to spray anyways, so hopefully it'll work out right. Again, as I said, if, you know, I'm going to save this gameplay file, obviously, when I do shut down. But whether it will successfully load back into the game or not is another question. Not only the patch, but I have actually had issues, even though I've put the save game file back into exactly where it would normally appear. There seems to be some sort of a hook on occasion that it goes, no, sorry, that doesn't match. And it really doesn't help if you have that Steam Cloud thing on, because then you run into that deal with, well, this doesn't match what we have saved on your cloud. Like so? Yeah. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll just be a nice, smooth transition. I'm gonna figure out where we'll put our next field. I think I took the nice, easy spots. No, we're almost done. This will help get the piggies a little bit more of a mixed diet. Notice that pig fodder didn't go very far at all. And again, I didn't know they would break it down into its constituent components. And I wonder what determines the ratio when they do that. Because there was, like, you know, very few liters of corn, but quite a bit of this. And I wonder if that's supposed to be the perfect mix, what it breaks it down to. Because if we mix our own, well, I guess unlike the one for making TMR for the cows, I don't think any of the pig fodder mixers that we've had have really counted on you putting a particular ratio in. You just dump all the ingredients in and it spits fodder out the other end. So, who knows, maybe it has been arranging things in those numbers. Although, oh, I didn't do a very good bloody job there, did I? There we are. Oh, I am out of farts. Ha! Okie dokie, diggy dog, let's go. Excuse me, go for the refill. We'll just fill both parts. 'Cause of why not? Oops. Good thing it's firmly bolted to the ground. Well, we'd be picking our karsher up somewhere around that lumber mill over there right about now. Alright. And open says me. And let's open the other one. There we go. Fill her up, Bob. Boom chakalaka. Alrighty, let's close that. Let's open this one. Pull up. Oops. Pull up and get some seeds. It would help if I brought the tractor and seeder with me. There we go. Everything's happy now. And close and open and close. There we are. Cedar has done its morning calisthenics and we're back off to work. Wood wood. Get this last bit done and we're good to go. Zoom. So I'm not sure if that one little clump I just ground out that I'd missed there earlier, I wonder if that actually got fertilized. Or if we're going to have... Well, I don't see a light spot. So it looks like I had just enough to go over that, maybe. Indeed. Alright, this time I think we went far enough. This is great. This is wonderful. Absolutely. We're almost there. That'll teach me to not make fields that are rectangular. And I get all those extra little pieces hanging off the side. That's alright. That's alright. No, I can't exactly go that way because of the dip in the bay, but that's alright. We can go this way. Alright, let's get this last bit done, shall we? Oh, it was mentioned that the heating plant mod has been added. The one that allows you to dump wood chips in and turns it into money to supposedly heat your farm, I guess. Yeah. Not only do I know it's been added in, I actually have it in my mod folder. I just haven't placed it yet. But thanks for the reminder, because I did mean to place it. As yeah, the wood chips are not terribly profitable compared to logs, but again, unless you do it on a time invested value, then they're very profitable because it takes so much less time to make them. The logs, of course, you got to pick them up, you got to haul them and cut them into lengths and blah 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 blah. Yeah, wood chips, you just chew that tree, spit it in a trailer, and dump it off. Who could ask for anything less? Alrighty. Let's clean this up and call her good. There we go. Ta-da! Shut her down, take her home. There we go. Yeah, I definitely gotta wash this tractor. Alright guys, well, do thank you for joining me on my field seeding today. It's a job well done. That's gonna bring us a decent crop. So enjoy your Saturday. Well, actually, I guess it's pretty much done now. But, well, so let's just say I hope you enjoyed your Saturday. Looks like we are in for a beautiful one here. Oh, I'm just going to keep hitting that, aren't I? The sun is shining. We're supposed to actually hit 18 degrees Celsius today. Which, in non-metric, is pretty warm. For a March day, not shabby at all. Huh, I really waggled myself. There we go. Yeah. Alright. So, that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. And there's always the whole share and favorite thing and all that stuff too, which really, really, really gives the channel a good boost. But until tomorrow and my final show for a little bit, take care of each other. And ciao for now. What a beautiful field. Have you seen this field? It's a beautiful field.